Everyone, my name is Anna and I researched quality of life for this midterm project. Quality of life is a term that has emerged over the past 15 to 20 years when practitioners felt that science and technology had produced a lot of help for people with disabilities, but had not necessarily increased the quality of life. And they began to think about what can we do to ensure that the people we help have a good quality of life. The basic definition of quality of life is how good is life for you? Another way of explaining it is saying the social well-being enjoyed by people and communities and their society. Measuring quality of life is really tricky and really subjective. One problem with all the measurements we have of quality of life is they haven't worked directly with the population of people they're referring to. So it's all from the perspective of the practitioner of what is a quality of life. One way of measuring quality of life that I found particularly interesting was to think about the common denominators of human characteristics. There are basic things human needs. They need social fulfillment. They need physical security. Do I have a roof over my head? Do I have happy and secure relationships? That's something basically we all need as humans. Once we have those things, we can delve into the more subjective topics. Therefore, one of the first things we need to do is think about physical security and emotional security. Emotional security beginning with the bonds we have as people. After that, we can think about our passions as unique individuals. Once I have my emotional bonds and my physical security, my roof over my head, you can see my messy living room, is I can now nurture my passion for teaching, and that gives me an excellent quality of life. But before I can nurture my passion, I have to have my basic things. So when we are helping the people we work with have a good quality of life, we have to think about, do we have the basic human needs? Does that person have a safe roof over their heads? Does that person have good emotional bonds with people? Family life is key, especially if you're working with children. If the family doesn't have a good quality of life, then the child can't possibly have a good quality of life. So working with families and connecting a strong home-to-school bond and a strong relationship is really important. If you take a child with a communication disorder and oftentimes they're tantruming and the family always has to plan around that child tantruming, then it's going to be basically impossible for that family to have a really positive quality of life. Therefore, you can work with that family on perhaps PRT method, which is giving a child constructive choices. Oh, do you want to wear your blue shoes today or your red shoes today? This gives the child constructive choice, and also it leads to the exact desired outcome that you want. This is a way of helping get a family to a good quality of life, and it's proven to work across cultural boundaries. Lastly, I would like to tell you about something I did in my classroom, which is an inclusion first grade classroom and has a lot of different types of learners in it. We read the book One by Catherine Otoshi, which is about bullying. And a child, like we said, or a person needs secure human bonds, and friends are really important. So I used this book about bullying, and we discussed it, and then we role-played the book to think about how bullying makes us feel. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and I hope you all enjoy your good quality of life.